Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm Martin Wenzel. We are at Amilcar Cabral International Airport in Espargos on the island of Sal in Cabo Verde. And we're going to be flying to Nelson Mandela International Airport in Praia on the island of Santiago in Cabo Verde. So it's a domestic flight. This flight is based on Transportes Inter Islas de Cabo Verde 801, formerly Binter Cabo Verde, the airline, and usually flown using an ATR-72, but again, there is no very good ATR-72 that works and is actually a real simulation of that plane. So I'll be using Aerosoft's CRJ Canadian Regional Jet 700 with the Binter Canarias livery created by Riscas 123. Right, a little note, yeah, Binter Canarias used to have, as a subsidiary, was Binter Cabo Verde, but they've since cashed out, and now it's slightly different airline name, and I think they actually have a different livery now, but we're going with this a little bit older livery, so we can use the CRJ 700 for this flight. So this is going to take a little bit getting used to because I haven't flown this plane in a while, and it's a little bit complicated. We want cold and dark, and let's open up the passenger door. Board cargo, aft cargo. That ground air cart, ground power cart. Look at the service door. All right. Let's see, let's get our cockpit prepared, and hopefully I can remember where things are so it doesn't take too long. Okay, parking brake is set, landing gear is down, EFB is on, so that's our flight panel. Performance page, set passengers, cargo, and fuel. Passengers, we do have 72. I believe I have all. Need to change the fuel. Fuel need 3,110. Oh shoot, want to do that? 3,110. Actually do it by zero fuel weight as well. Let me just check the zero fuel weight. Zero fuel weight should be 27.4. We're just a little over there, but that's fine. So, like we are where we should be. Actually, I could have had it pumping on the fuel pumps. We do have that. We can simulate that right there. But I got the fuel on board already. Oops. Ground power cart is optional. Battery switch on. Where my camera views are. There we go. Battery switch on. AC switch if ground power cart is connected. Gen switches, all three are set to auto. I guess they already are auto. Nav lights on. Logo lights on. Lead valve auto. Right there. ISOL switch open. APU power fuel switch on. APU start stop. Start. IRS, both set to nav. I believe that's going to be
Amilcar Cabral ground. More visa 801 requesting pushback. More visa 801 pushback. Request accepted.
Wait, I'm trying to tell the... I want pushback right now.
Amilcar Cabral ground. More visa 801 requesting the end of pushback.
Alright, so nav 1 and 2.
Pushback received.
And get to our flight computer. Alright, so first we go to our position initial page. Put in our airport. Today we are at Golf Victor Alpha Charlie. And we just copy our position, put it there. Flight plan page, origin, again, Golf Victor Alpha Charlie. And destination Golf Victor November Papa. Alternate is right back here. We'll just turn around and come back. Can't land down there. I feel like there's another airport in between that we could, but it's not. Then I think that 2 is our waypoint, and we only have one waypoint. We'll have, basically our waypoint is the VOR for that airport, I think is in between us. There we go. Alright. Says I can set the flight number, but oh, there's flight number. Flight number 801. Departure arrival page. And our standard instrument departure is going to be Bravo Victor Tango 1 Alpha. Don't yet have our runway, so I think we actually, get our ATC clearance first. Oh, come on, really? I don't have a clearance here? Alright, so we're gonna we're gonna go for runway 1. Execute. And on arrival, we're going to do Bravo, the star. Bravo, Victor, Tango, 1, Tango. And coming in on runway 3. We'll do the VOR. Execute. Flight plan. For some reason there's a discontinuity. Now I got more discontinuities. There should be a This is always it where it's like you get one thing where you don't know exactly how to clear that. Usually you can, I think, delete. Yeah. Okay, legs, here we go. Okay, there we go. Figured it out. Execute everything. Alright. Go to our legs page. We just did that, we checked it. Perform init page. This page we set our data manually or use the EFB performance page. We did that. Doesn't look like anything's in there though. Cruising altitude is going to be flight level 00. Oh, I think we put in actually our feet on here. Yeah, there we go. Let me go back over to the EFB. Okay, there we go. Copy that all in there. And there we go. Our 0 fuel weight, our cargo, our fuel, our passengers. VNAV setup. At this point, let's get our passengers coming on. We have 72 passengers. Ourselves 15 more minutes. Yeah, we'll be good there.
We're ready to get going now, so as soon as you're ready, you can open the doors and start letting the passengers on board.
See, the door is open.
No problem.
Unfortunately, I don't think we can actually... Yeah, you see there's a door issue with the CRJ does not want to work at that at all.
We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
We're just gonna have to have the passengers on board automatically. Really, 72? Doesn't seem like it's enough.
Welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
We weren't able to actually have them board because, again, the Microsoft Flight Simulator not playing nice with self-loading cargo. So where were we? We were on the VNAV setup. We're just checking our numbers. Alright, execute, MFD menu. This is where we set up what we want to see on this screen. And they're independent, so we can do different stuff on each one. Here, I'm going to put the ETA on here. And we'll just keep it like that. Alright, resume our cockpit preparation. We have our hydraulic pumps. Hydraulic pumps 1, 3B, and 2. There we go, we got 1. We want that, or set to auto. 3B, auto to auto. 3A is on. Packs left and right. It's always hard when you're not perfectly sure where something is. I think these are going to be right here. Oh, there it is. Pack. Pack left to right on. Recirculation fan is on. Windshield heating left hand and right hand low. Emergency lights armed. Anti-skid switch. I'm assuming it's down here. Anti-skid. Really need to fly this plane a lot more. Anti-skid switch is armed. Yep. Engine sync switch N1. Right there. Spoilers, ground lift dump switch, auto. There. Thrust reverser switches left hand and right hand are armed. TCAS as required. I believe we already got, oh, we haven't gotten our clearance yet. Oh. And backup comm is standby. This is the part that gets me is the comms on here, and that always leads to some trouble. Alright, but we're basically at the point. We need our stab trim. And mock trim on. And then our yaw damper on. And at this point we are ready to start our engines and get a pushback. So we're gonna remove our wheel chocks. All doors closed. Ground air cart and ground power cart removed. Passenger signs, seat belts, and no smoking on. ATC clearance and pushback. So let's get our pushback, get a tug. Beacon light on. It says ready to board, but they're already boarded, so I don't know what's going on there. Right, parking brake disengaged. Let's begin our pushback. Oh, I forgot to turn on my fuel pumps. Now we can start the engines. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done this. Both engines, bleed source. We're going to start engine. We're going to start the right engine first. And starting engine 1. Oh, I forgot to do. There we go. Got to release both to idle. Now the engines are going.
As we display the safety features and procedures of the aircraft in case of an emergency. During an emergency, please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened and your seats in the upright position. In case of a drop in cabin pressure, breathing masks will drop from the ceiling and should be placed over your head. If there is smoke in the cabin during the evacuation of the aircraft, the walkway emergency lights will display to the exits, which are located here and here. In case of an extreme emergency landing, you'll be instructed to get into the brace position, which is executed by placing your head between your knees with your hands over your head. We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
And the CRJ actually comes with its own sound packs as well, and I don't know how to turn those off. But let's make sure we're all set here. We need our probes, left hand and right hand. Those need to be on. Oops. Anti-ice as required, taxi lights on. APU start stop, stop. APU power fuel switch off. Landing elevation, takeoff, airport set. Let me see, that's going to be down here on our landing elevation, takeoff, airport. As I said, it's been a while since I've used this, and I can't remember exactly how I changed that landing elevation. And where do I change that? It's definitely not a tutorial for anybody. Flaps, well, we'll set our flaps to 8 degrees. Autopilot altitude and runway heading. Now let's get clearance. Let's see if we can get clearance now. Still aren't getting any clearance. So it's depart straight out.
Cabral ground, Morabeza 801 ready to taxi departing straight out with uniform.
Morabeza 801 taxi to and hold short of runway 01 using taxiway Bravo Alpha. Contact tower on 119.7 when ready. Taxiing hold short runway 01 using taxiway Bravo Alpha Morabeza 801.
Let's see, altitude. We're gonna be cruising at 20,000 today. Runway heading is 11. We actually didn't get these speeds in here. There we go. See, this thing will take care of a lot of stuff automatically. So we got our V speeds, trims set for takeoff. 5.9. And nose wheel steering is armed. Would be. I don't know why I thought it was over there. It is over here, right there. Right, barometer, we have 1012, if that's set. Not what I want to do. Okay. And we are ready for taxi.
gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff.
Cabral Tower, more Visa 801 ready at runway 01 departure to the north. More Visa 801 QNH 29.80 with 059er at 24. Departure to the north approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 01. Cleared for takeoff runway 01 more Visa 801.
Alright, just making some checks as we're at the holding point. Again, trying to figure out my transponder here. How, in fact, we turn things on. TCAS as required, anti-ice, autopilot heading and altitude check set, AP source check set to FMS. Okay. And CAS, check no warning. I believe that's our right here. Flight director toga button on the throttle. Okay. And ATC clearance as required. Alright, let's try this. Taking a little longer to get off the ground. I just need to really get into this plane and fly a bunch of flights. Maybe I'll just do a bunch of some live streams or more domestic flights or whatever. Just do some flights in this one because I'm not 100% familiar with it and still learning a lot of stuff on it. Alright, we are cleared for takeoff, so we're going to get to 60% on the throttle. Release brakes. Go to toga. And the plane really wants to pull to the right. Whoa. Looks like it's pulling to the right. Really weird.
Amilcar Cabral Tower, more Visa 801 continue for north departure.
Oh.
More Visa 801, leaving my airspace frequency change to new. Amilcar Cabral Tower, more Visa 801 frequency change. Sal approach more Visa 801 is
That really wasn't a great takeoff. This is a lot more of a manual plane.
700 feet.
Especially with
Transition, Charlie airspace.
Throttle.
010 approach. Squawk 0526.
Squawk 0526 Moravita 801.
Oh, that's why.
And gentlemen, now use your electronic device.
Should be able to press this. Push for standard, and I can't seem to do it. Anyone know how to do that? That's really weird. Yeah, there's no option to push it. That's why it keeps flashing, and I've never been able to figure it out. There we go. Oh, okay, you gotta like kind of click the middle button on your mouse to get it to switch to a pointer or something. Turn off our landing lights and our taxi lights. Alright, so we need to input our VOR, and hopefully I don't screw all this up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
So the VOR is 116.6. Alright, it looks like we're late according to Southland Cargo. Yeah, unfortunately I have a lot to learn about this plane. I've said that quite a bit. Definitely the radio part, so I'm going to have to look at some stuff next time I fly this. I always like flying this plane, but it's always also a real, always a real challenge. So we're passing over the VOR for Estancia de Baxio. Oh no, that's the city right there, and then Rebil. It's Aristides Pereira International Airport. See the runway right below us on the island. Ooh, we're getting some turbulence. You know why we're getting turbulence? Because we're going really fast. Forgot to watch the throttle. There is no auto throttle in the CRJ, so that's why we're getting that severe turbulence, and the passengers are getting a little upset. Flying too fast. But we are over the island of Boa Vista, and we're going to make a slight course adjustment. That will bring us to Praia and the VOR, and we will then do a loop around to get into landing position. we're gonna have to start our descent pretty soon. Basically, once we're about 60 miles out, that's when we're gonna want to start, or 70 miles out is when we're gonna want to start our descent. And we need to be, once we get to the VOR, we need to be at 5,000 feet. That will basically be the airport. You actually see the top of descent right there, so that's actually going to help us. We're going to be going down to 5,000 feet. Unfortunately, like I said, I have no idea how to get this onto.
And gentlemen, we are about to start serving drinks.
How to go from standby to active. Yeah, I can't remember how to set the landing elevation. I'm not sure about that, where we do that. You can see just off to our left is the island, or left front is the island of Mayo, and right in front of us is the island of Santiago. And we're We're headed straight to the airport. The seatbelt signs back on as we are descending. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Like I said, I am not very comfortable with this plane yet at all. Put in. Our minimum is 710 feet. This approach for runway 3 VOR. Yeah, see, we're getting no vectors either. That's the problem because I have no communication, unfortunately, and not sure how to get it. Pretty mountainous little island. It is a volcanic island. Okay, now we need to get down to 3,000 feet. We're going to start flying this manually to get on our loop. We technically kind of want to be over a little bit offset so that we can make our turn into our final.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated until we have stopped.
Again, we kind of overshot our VOR again to the left. Maintain our altitude here. Work our way a little bit back to the right. Get a runway. Landing speed is about 136 miles per hour, so we are still coming in pretty quickly. Get lined up here, lower our landing gear. Crew not yet seated because they never are. Alright, crew is seated. We are on our final approach. 1,000 feet. I feel like I'm going to land short, doesn't it? Goodness.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. 200. Too low, flaps.
Maybe I just don't have enough flaps out, probably.
Sink rate.
50, 40, 30,
Too low, flaps.
20, 10.
I only went 8-degree flaps. Maybe I'm supposed to go further. This. 200 feet per minute. Not too bad.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Alright, landing lights off. Strobe light off. Probes left and right. Yeah, you can see all the other ATRs here. Actually, we should probably follow that yellow line, actually. Alright. Parking brake set. Let's get wheel chocks in place, connect the ground cart, air cart. Hey, throttles shut off. That's going to bring the engine down. Boost pumps off. Beacon light off as the engines are down. Nose wheel steering is off. And we're going to open the doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open. Please make your way to the exit and please make sure you have all your personal items and carry-on luggage.
Fortunately, the door is not going to stay open for us. Even though it is open. Unfortunately, our stuff loading cargo doesn't like to play with it, so we're going to disembark all those passengers. Hopefully that door won't keep going in and out. Wheel chocks in place. Let's turn off our nav. Emergency lights off. hydraulic pumps.
On behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us.
External lights,
We'd
APU,
like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew
stop,
displays
fuel
safety
pumps.
features on the aircraft.
External lights off and the battery off. Alright, 34-minute flight, and we didn't crash. So, a little bit rough, still learning how to do everything. Let's jump into the flight report first. Pilot grade, okay. Not even an A, B, F, anything. I don't know what happened here. We don't even have when we got off the blocks. Our scheduled arrival, we were early, so we were late on our departure. I did have a little problem flying the plane. Otherwise, cabin was still around. Some of these things, still trying to figure out how to do it in the CRJ. So a number of things went wrong in this flight. You did not handle interactions with your crew very well. And concentrate on your efforts in the future to ensure the safety of your flights. The passengers were mostly comfortable while flying due to you handling the aircraft well, although you were a little overzealous on the stick at some points. In fact, some of your control inputs certainly kept the passengers awake. Be a little more gentle next time. Your landing was good, passengers remained comfortable, and you ensured safe control of the aircraft by touching down positively. Good job. Overall, your passengers, as always, were slightly less satisfied than when they first got on board, so there's some room for improvement. Alright, so let's look at our flight. We can see we took off and came around on our climb over the island of Boa Vista, and then in. As you see, we kind of looped out a little too far to the left, but got in just fine for the landing. And look at our statistics, 34 minutes, 51-minute block time, 200 feet per minute landing rate. G-force 1.5, a little high. Landing speed, we're a little under speed there. Fuel burn just over 1,000 kilos. Since we are here at Cabo Verde, see we went from up here, the island of Sal, down to the island of Santiago. Next flight we will be flying to Bisalanka, Bissau, Guinea-Bissau, and I believe Guinea-Bissau is going to be right here. Thanks a lot for coming on this flight from Espargos, Cabo Verde to Praia, Cabo Verde in the CRJ 700. I'm going to try to fly this. I like this plane, but still very new to me. Haven't flown it nearly enough. Until our next flight, please like, comment, and share the video. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already. And until next time, keep the blue side up and take care.